So I saw Caps popping off with this new strategy, guys, so I thought why not do a video on it, and that is Imperial Mandate on mid laners. It works very well for champions like Aurelion Sol, Cassiopeia. I've seen it work on Victor. But this new support item, guys, when you slow or immobilize somebody, you do a lot of extra damage. It ramps up, so you're doing extra 60 to 100 damage. But when you play Aurelion, right, and you build a Rylais, your stars. So as soon as your first star hits and you slow them, all your extra stars are doing up to 100 extra damage, and this item ends up giving you sometimes more than 10,000 extra damage by the end of the game. So this synergy, guys, it's super broken, it's super strong, it's really good to snowball with if you get an early spike. I don't know how long Riot's going to allow it to last. I'm guessing they're going to nerf it out next patch or the patch after. So getting quick with this strategy, guys, abuses for some LP in the preseason, in my opinion. Without further ado, let's jump straight into today's gameplay. Hitting the rift now, guys, looking at the rune page, it's a phase rush setup. Speedy McJingles, aka Caps, he wants to move fast. Now, if you want a little bit more lane presence, some of the Chinese and the Korean Aurelions go electrocute, okay? But overall, it's a very strong setup. You're going to be moving very fast, especially with the Imperial Mandate. It actually gives you more movement speed if you didn't know. And you can see Q start here by Caps. Most Aurelions go Q start these days, especially if they run the electrocute, they try and proxim early trades. And Caps here gets an assist on first blood. Here's Samira, pops the exhaust. He's going to speed away, lands the stun. Now, guys, if you want to play Aurelion, make sure, go on a practice tour. Just go and practice CSing on a wave for a couple of minutes. It's an awkward champion. Do not first time it in your ranked solo queue games. Do not ruin it for everybody else, please. And you can see EU West Challenger, eh? What the hell is going on? As Caps picks up a kill and an assist, Corrupting Potion is your starting for Aurelion. Everybody has agreed. Corrupting Potion is perfect for Aurelion, mainly due to getting the Dark Seal on your first back and how good it synergizes with the Medjais if you get enough stacks in the later stages of the game. I think Medjais at the moment, super cost efficient. I build Medjais as often as I can at the moment. I think the item is a little bit too cost efficient. When you get over like 8, 9, 10 stacks, it starts becoming pretty disgusting. You can see W popping second. Now the Lilia comes through mid. You can see. Don't get angry if you're I mean, let's be honest. In lower elos, if your jungler does this, I don't know. I'd get a little bit worried. But this is Challenger. The Lilia wants to help Cap shove the wave so he can try and steal away these wraiths. And let's see if he greeds and dies. If he dies, this is terrible. Cap's trying to body block at the moment, and he does a really beautiful job. W just up now. 1, 2. I don't think this is killable. Has to flash away. He had to get one more auto. Gets stunned up, and he'll drop there. Way too aggressive. If he ran electrocute or ignite, maybe could have done it. But gets stunned up there, playing a little bit too aggro. The new Aurelion, look. So the way they changed Aurelion now, the W is a toggle. Sorry, the W is not a toggle, okay? It's like a normal ability. You click it, it does its rotation, and then it comes back down on cooldown. The old W, you just left it up, and it would permanently go until you run out of mana. But nowadays, it's not, I would say Aurelion's not quite as potent in 1v1s. You want to kind of burst, move in, move out, wait your cooldowns. But there you can see he didn't quite have enough damage, unfortunately. A bit of an awkward champion, but he hasn't put a point into E yet. So when he gets E in the next level, you'll essentially be able to roam from mid lane to any side lane. The E is much longer on the little mini reworked Aurelion. Like, it's like double range or something ridiculous now. So ganks are very easy to get. Your goal for Aurelion essentially is get your side laners ahead. Solo kills are very hard. They can be done, but mainly it's about maintaining mid lane control and just pressing E on a side lane and getting them ahead. As we see, he has EQ, okay? So you literally, you can EQ or you can QE in the same direction, right? You press it instantly. What do I do? It's QE instantly in the same direction. And by the time you arrive, you'll have a massive Q built up. As he looks for the gank on the bot side, doesn't get it. He'll help them shove the wave in. He'll base here. You can see he's already... Oh, thank you for the plate. What's he go? Mercs. Rushes Mercs. I wish he could get a Dark Seal. It doesn't have enough gold. And he'll leave base. Not with full health, guys. Because he wants to move fast. He wants to try and grab this wave before Syndra crashes it. Now, Caps is actually known for Aurelion. He got a pentakill on Aurelion when he used to play... He played in the Turkish league or something. Some weird league when he first started out. He made a lot of his signature plays on Aurelion. He played a very good Aurelion. But I haven't seen him play much of it since the rework. Since they changed him. So, look, it's nice to see him back on the champion. Getting comfortable with it. It's not the greatest at the moment, especially in the pro play meta. There's a lot of champions that can't, like, you can't play Aurelion. Ooh, looking to use that phase rush, zooming away. Damn, he's quick. You can't play Aurelion when things like Echo are available. Or even like things like Lucian. It's just, you're gonna get, especially in high elo, you're gonna get absolutely gaped in lane. But in the lower elos, man, it's about playing the map. A lot of people don't know how to play the matchups correctly. Now, if you're, let's say you're into an Azir and not a Syndra, boots of speed are great. You could also go Sorks if you want to be a little bit more aggressive. Mercs into things like the Syndra, like the LeBlanc rush is very, very optimal. But you don't need that into non-CC mids. Like, I'd say like the Victor and Azir, you could go for a more aggressive purchase. Looking to move fast. Caps is one of the best users of these juicy fruits, these little plants. He always, every lane, man, he's the first to move and he grabs them so often. I mean, I've been trying to implement more. It's a weird small thing, I don't know. I never really think about it, but Caps always is moving as soon as those things bloody come up and grabs them. As you can see, he is. And that E will take you all the way to top lane tower. And going behind is always a good option. So he goes behind, grabs a kill. Now Graves is stuck on the tower. Q just misses. He still has ultimate, right? And I wouldn't be surprised. Pops his W. Double kill over for Caps. How easy is that? Aurelion is a great champion, man. The problem is, it's really awkward. It's super, like, when you play this champ, you'll feel like you're playing an alien. But trust me, 20, 30 games in, it'll start to become very natural. It'll start to feel very smooth. Your combos will feel good. You just gotta put the time in. That's all it is. It's not in any, it's not a Yone where you can. It's really basic. You've got to put the time in to learn the fundamentals of the angles and stuff like that. Caps build his. Oh, I know what this item's called. It's called a Bangle Glass Mirror. Bangle Glass Mirror. I think. Anyways, it's the build path for your Imperial Mandate rush. Still would like a Dark Seal. Please, Caps, give me a Dark Seal at one point if you're going to snowball. Looking to move in a river on the Syndra. Very low health. We have ult. Are we going to use ult to steal it? We're not. But we grab that kill for ourselves at 8 minutes. 4 kills onto Caps now. Doing very well. Try and get some plates in the mid lane. Okay, looking to counter our own bot. Pops the E. Look how much map pressure you can have on this pick. How crazy is that? So he Qs as he's coming in. You can see he's trying to build up a massive Q. And the angle's quite off. And because sometimes using that Q there, sometimes holding it is a lot better. Because now when he comes in, his Q's on cooldown. So sometimes just hold it. Coming in. Trying to get the Tarek. Has ult, right? One more. There we go. Picks up his 5th kill. Got a pretty big bounty on his head now. Okay. Good Q angle. Flash coming out. Exhaust. He'll easily be able to... Swain, are you serious? Picks up an assist on that. He'll head back to base. I don't know if he has enough. Imperial Mandate's actually pretty cheap. He actually might. That's an early mandate. He does. 9 minutes in. That's crazy. And you'll see now, when he stuns people, there'll be a mark, okay? But once you get that Rylais, as soon as you land a W, you get the mark, okay? You don't even need to land the Q. And every W after that is going to get that additional damage and movement speed. It's crazy good synergy. Getting there. Level 9, you feel really good because you're maxing your W. It comes out really fast. Does a lot of damage. The wave clear is actually really good. You got to try and get onto the side of the waves. You can see that mark come out there? And those W's giving you extra damage. Ooh. Now this is a VOD. I wish I could hover over the mandate to see how much extra damage it had done. But I won't be able to do that. Who comes out? You see how Caps is playing it just on the outer limit of his stars. Look at utilize your movement speed to dip and weave. Because he's running a little bit low here. It's a shame they removed Rylais, Roa, bro. I loved Roa. Such a nice item. I swear they could have kept Roa as a mythic. I guess they just didn't. Did they just not like it? What was wrong? I thought there was nothing wrong with that item. But anyways, thanks Riot Games. As he moves into the bot side now. His team running around with about a 4k gold lead. It's pretty significant. And when you're on a Rylais like this with a lead, you just want to snowball the game. You don't want to stall it out, guys. You want to permanently look for the fights, look for the flanks to engage with. You want to up the tempo. But for Caps, like, even this mandate spike's not that big. When the spike hits, it's the Rylais, and you'll see it. But at the moment, if he, in contrast, was to rush, you know, like a Ludens or something, he'd have a lot more early game damage. But it's more about the mid game damage and taking over the 2-item power spike. Power dropped. Gonna grab this ward for himself. And how strong is G2 looking? They lost Perks to C9, but they picked up Reckless. I think the team is going to be better with Reckless. Maybe I'm delusional, but I think Reckless... I think he'll fit into G2 really well. A nice traditional AD carry, you know. Reckless... People think Reckless is a diva, but I think he'll do what the team needs to win. You remember a while back when he used to play like Janna and stuff? What the hell? I don't know what that guy's thinking, but he'll do whatever he can to try and win worlds, which I respect. Top lane overextended, has his E available. He is gonna glide up there and he starts his Q as he's hovering. And you can see the Q is gonna be massive, but once again, guys, you're doing that combo like that, I really, like, I honestly, I don't despise it, but it's very awkward sometimes because you don't know how the enemy is going to path. So when you arrive and you've already used your Q and it's not relevant, it just becomes a bit awkward, do you know what I mean? So just be aware of that. I know a lot of the Chinese Aurelians I watch are very cautious with that. Like, unless they're doing like a Baron or a Dragon objective or a Tower Siege, they won't do those big stars. They'll just go for the safer option because it's more consistent. Just my 2 cents, you can see. Is that mandate mark? But hopefully he has enough for his Rylais now. And we can see. There's no way. 13 minutes, there's no way he has mandate Rylais, right? Not quite. We shall wait. Lasting one has been picked up. Now, I actually think that you could... People have been doing... I saw Voidboy doing this with Cassiopeia. I think you go tier, and you go tier Rylais mandate or something like that. I think going Rylais before the mandate can give you a better spike, actually. It can just make that your curve is like this, rather than going low and then just insta spiking, you know? I think the Rylais is a great first item rush on Aurelian. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Caps is hunting with a 7k gold on his team. Why is Aurelian and Talia's win rate, like play rate, so low? Is it just because they're awkward? They're strange champions, people don't want to play them? I think their designs are cool. Well, I guess they're just not, you know, they're not Ari or Yasuo or Yone. They're just a bit, I don't want to say boring, but just kind of like geeky, nerdy, icky. Not the cool thing to do. Feels bad, man. It's Caps. Probably might die. Looking to juke. Has to juke everything, but has an ignite on his head. He will go down to the Taric. Terrible. Terrible greed. But Pyke. Vander picks up that kill. And still doesn't have his... Ooh, close. I don't know about Rylais building from Giant's Belt. I hate it. It doesn't feel right building a Giant's Belt on the mid lane. The path is awkward. There's so many weird build paths at the moment with the new items. I wish they changed. But it's fine. We're a couple hundred gold off. He'll probably clear some waves and back for the Rylais. Now when you W, guys, if you insta-toggle it, look what he's doing, you see? It gives you movement speed after you've W'd. So he's spamming W to get back to lane faster. You can also use Q to give you an extra 10% movement speed in that direction, I believe. So there's little, like, small little tips on Aurelion you can have that will help your gameplay out in the long run. And you can see, look, just watch the angle that you move up to with Aurelion to make sure your orbs are hitting the front and the back line creeps. So you shove your side lane waves, and then you can EQ. So he EQs there. So he Qs as he's flying through, and you'll see this, the Q is going to get massive. But the problem is, the team fight doesn't go how he predicts. So now he comes in, and his Q just comes up now. Oh, that's going to be a huge one. Grabs it with the ultimate. Irelia is zigzagging around. Picks up his 7th kill. Try again. Ooh, not quite. Pretty hard to do with a good Aurelion, but... hard champion to navigate. Hard champion to verse. A lot of people don't understand his damage numbers, his outputs. Here's the Syndra. Gotta try and awkwardly farm some of these camps now. Has his Rylais, surely. Now we get to see the spike. And you, dude, I'm telling you, you get like an extra 1,000 damage in a combo. I don't know, it's crazy how much extra damage you're getting in your full rotations because of this item. Now, after Mandate Rylais, go situational. You can go, if you need to go defensive, Hourglass or a Banshees. If they have a lot of tanks, you can go for the Demonic Embrace for the burn. You have a lot of options you can go for if you need mana. I mean, there's so many things you can do with Aurelion after these 2 cores. It's definitely up to you, you know. Morello if they have healing. Death Cap if you're snowballing. Cosmic Insight's not the worst item on Aurelion, making you move really fast. But it seems like these are the 2 core at the moment. As you can see, just moving in, shoving the side lanes, and then he'll try and regroup. You gotta think about it like you're playing Twisted Fate or something with a teleport, because your E is essentially a slow teleport. As the enemy picks up the dragon. I mean, they've almost got a 10,000 gold lead. I think they should try and fight, pick up a flank with the Camille. Cap's just looking for a massive Q, I reckon, from a flank. Doesn't see where anybody is. Finds the Syndra. What's up? Has both thumbs, so he can play as aggressive as he wants. Q's coming in. Q lands. Grabs 1 kill for himself. And you see, look at that mandate damage. Watch this, watch this. He ults, comes in with the mandate, and then marked. And this thing is just doing so much damage in these fights, trust me. It's gross when you hit this spike. You'll feel it. 9 kills onto Caps now. Can't. It's a little bit awkward to try and get in here. Can he reach? No. He moves his way in. And you see how the dude, like, the Rylais slow just perma-mandates them. You're just permanently getting like an extra 100 magic damage. It doesn't make sense. That's why I think they'll probably patch it out. If you guys didn't know, they patched out that Rageblade Yone spike that I did a video on. Just seem to be patching out everything I do videos on, but it's fine, man. I get in quick. I'll let you guys abuse it for a couple of patches and inflate your LP. As he gets a shutdown onto his head. And we'll see what he buys for his 3rd item. They don't have much healing. The Syndra stuns are kind of annoying. Looks like he's going to go for the Hourglass. Hourglass is great on Aurelion because you can go into the middle of the team fight with your W still rotating and it does damage. Really nice. And of course, you're so immobile. You're not immobile, but like when somebody engages on you, it's very hard to... You don't have any dashes. So having that Hourglass to kind of preserve yourself as your team can wrap around and help you out is... there's a lot of value to that. As Syndra... Because that's my blue buff, bitch. Thank you very much. And at this point, start looking for massive stars. Your E, you've got still 1 point in E. Once you start getting a couple more points in E, you can get those huge stars where you see on the montages where it takes up half the map. You can still get a very big one with level 1, but after level 13, level 14, 15, you start looking for huge ones. Enemies looking to try and get engage on him. Look at that mandate. Look at the mandate. Look at it. Watch it just mark everyone and just cleans them up. Oh, Samira. Oh, comes out. She's looking. She's hunting. No, as Caps picks up his 12th kill of the game. A triple kill. I can't hover over the mandate, guys, but I'm guarantee you it's probably done 5,000 extra already this game. Another little tip on Aurelion is you can, if you move towards like, if you move in a certain angle, your stars can hit people faster. So you can, if you're moving like in this direction, Caps is, what is it, clockwise, you can make your orbs hit somebody much faster than if you were to run anti-clockwise, I think. Maybe I'm not explaining it correctly, but I hope you understand that like, if you're moving towards the orbs and spinning, and they'll hit people faster. I don't know how to explain it. My IQ is quite low, but... Little pro tip for Aurelion. I baked up like 500 Aurelion games on the pre-Aurelion, and on this Aurelion I have maybe 50 to 100 games. So like I've played my fair share of Aurelion. Is my Aurelion top notch? Not really. It's okay. I use it in solo queue sometimes. I like it into picks, like Azir, like Victor, who just like to sit mid, right? Anivia, they just sit mid farming with no mana. They struggle on mana early. So what I do, I just perma-roam. I say, yeah, sure, you can farm your little mid lane. Your bot lane's gonna be 0-10 and top be 0-10. Good luck. That's why I like picks like the Aurelion. It really does help counteract some of these mages who like to sit mid and just perma-scale. It's a nice solo queue strategy to have. It's always nice to have like just niche picks like that for certain scenarios. The problem is you gotta have a lot of extra time to put into the game. EQ, gonna get a large star here, level 14, like I said. Get a little bit longer range on your... Oh, the Samira. The Samira cock block, unlucky. As Cap's just moving so deep into these fights now, it's... He has Hourglass, he does whatever he wants. As that Zhonya's ready to press, and he's gonna try and pick up the Graves. Can he get it? Can't quite get it. And they're probably going to run in here for the game, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Please go on a solo queue, test this out. Make sure to practice rolling before you do it. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.